Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a match between ComeGetSome and MackWinston. Here on 2000 Atmospheres, bottom left going to be MackWinston, our red Protoss player, and on the top right going to be ComeGetSome, which I think is a Duke Nukem quote. Ooh, a pool first here from ComeGetSome, a 12 pool. Ooh, 12 pool opening here from ComeGetSome, but that is why Protoss players scout with their first probe. You know, maybe just cannon rushing or just scouting or just hatch blocking. The first probe goes directly across the map, especially against Zerg players. And MackWinston knows that it's either pool first or ComeGetSome does not know what he's doing. Scouting out the entire creep is the probe MackWinston. He sees the pool almost done. 12 pool indeed. And how many larvae do we have? 6. Okay, so good timing here from ComeGetSome. Throwing down a forge and a gateway and hard walling off. There you go. Hard walling off. That's what Protoss is supposed to do against a 6 pool. And that's what Hyper One's Protoss opponent did not do when he was faced with a 12 pool. Did I say 6 pool? 12 pool and pulling of the drones. What? Cybernetics core before cannon? All right, Mac. Here we go. Is this a hard wall? I feel like it's a hard wall, but I'm not too up on my walling techniques. Chrono boost out that zealot. All right, man. So, okay. So it is a hard wall. Very good. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, and there we go. You've held it. You've held it. Cannon, cha-chow, cha-chow, cha-chow. Easy. Easy breezy. No big deal. Throwing down a hatch. So this is not an all-in, but he is very much behind. 19 workers to 15 for MackWinston here. Again, this is a Patreon cast for MackWinston, who supports me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $10 a month. Really do appreciate the support out there, Mac. And so far, well done. This is an excellent hold against the 12 pool, which you did scout. Perfectly done. Just got to get a cannon up, man. Hard wall, get a cannon. Lings can't get through. You can't mineral walk through a hard wall. You can only mineral walk through units, man. That's the trick. And again, I just keep thinking back to Hyper One's PVZ, where he went for a 12 pool with a bunch of drones, pulled him, and the Protoss kept a gap. He was just like, oh, it's fine. And then he got mineral walked through, right? Held it off, lost a ton of stuff, but held it off and then kept the gap. And I really should have yelled at him in that game to be like, dude, just hard wall. After that happens, just do it. Just sit on 2 bases, let the Zerg player do whatever they want to do for a minute, and then hard wall. And if they come back with more drones and more lings, you kill them. It's nice. It's actually kind of amazing. This is great. He keeps dragging lings back to their deaths here. Oh, it's a 3-kill zealot. Beautiful. Fantastic stuff. Third base from ComeGetSome's coming up, though. So he's just trying to keep some pressure on with these lings, but no. That's not what MackWinston is into here, and he's really just droning up. He's doing a pretty good job droning, considering that 12 pool opening, which is what a lot of the really good Zerg players will do. As they go for the 12 pool, and they will fairly well transition into more of a macro style after that. Just make 6 lings, right? That's all we had. Only made 8. Okay. 8 lings, call it good. Drone after that. I love sending the zealots across because even if they die, it forces your opponent to make more queens, to make more zerglings, to do stuff that is not making drones, which is all ComeGetSome wants to do right now. Okay, he wants to make queens too. Queens and drones and maybe some lings, yeah? Overlord does scout out the presence of a couple additional gateways here inside the main base. No real skin off his nose. And honestly, if I'm a Protoss here, I just honestly go for a ton of zealots and stalkers and just go push. I do, because your army value actually is smaller. How'd that happen? So army value is smaller. Work count is ahead for MackWinston, but not by a lot. How did that happen? There we go. Zealot's taking down a queen that was trying to transfer between the second base and the third base. That's terrible. And then, yeah, we'll just fight. We'll fight you. Never mind. 3 queens is a little bit scary for 2 zealots to deal with. Is that another ling that died? That's another ling that died. So he's working on +1 attack for his gateway units, MackWinston is. He just hasn't been keeping up with the probe count consistently as ComeGetSome has with his drones. And that's not a consistent thing, right, with the drones. And you don't consistently make them. You want to make them in spurts, right? Get upgrades, make a round of drones, and then get a bunch of army units, and then make a round of drones with your next batch of larvae as they pop. But yeah, Protoss and Terran definitely want to be making SCVs and probes pretty much consistently. They try to avoid getting supply blocked by making, pylons and supply depots in there as well. You know how this works. This Zealot, man. Dude, it's 8 kills. 8 kills on that guy. +1 attack, looking good. Ooh, like the Void Ray call here, too. There is an Evolution Chamber. There's a Roach Swarm from ComeGetSome, which is great for him. I mean, Roaches against pretty much anything Gateway. Really good against Zealots. Really good against Stalkers. Great against the Depths. I mean, they can kind of get locked out with really good, really good sentry play, but I don't know if we see that very much at this level of StarCraft, do we? Third base, MackWinston. All right, man. So he's going to go into a macro game here against ComeGetSome, who's pretty much gotten away with just making nothing but drones and queens for the last 5 minutes. He's not been punished for that at all. ComeGetSome might be the better player here compared to what Mac is looking at, which is okay. Sometimes you run into players who are better than us. It doesn't mean we're going to lose. We can still fight hard and get that win just by making good decisions and having good macro, right? You've definitely beat somebody who is overall better than you in StarCraft before. I think we all have. And it's just because you played a better game than they did. That's all that comes down to. Void Ray poking around at this third base a little bit. There's a Spore, but out of the range of the Spore. Gonna go ahead and Prismatic Align on that hatchery. I mean, you might as well if you're gonna sit here just shooting at it. But I guess the queens are coming, so never mind. Let's not burn that cooldown. We'll save it for another time, possibly. Spores, +1 missile attack coming in. Love that. Out of ComeGetSome. He still doesn't have anything. He's got 8 roaches. I lied. He does have 8 roaches sitting out here at the front of the creep. Creep spread is almost connecting all 3 bases. Very close to connecting all 3 bases. But guess what? MackWinston has the third now, sucker. And you know what the Void Ray does? It makes it impossible for the roaches to get anything done. You can't walk across here with 8 roaches and be like, we got this, because the Void Ray goes prismatic alignment, blah, 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 blah. All your roaches are dead. All your roaches are belong to us. Going for an observer, just in case, I don't know, there's burrow maybe. Lurkers, perhaps. Getting charged, love charge, love charge. Whenever I play Protoss, one of my favorite strategies is to go Zealot Archon. And just charge lots with Archon behind it. It's really powerful, especially against Zerg. Fourth base now coming in from ComeGetSome in about 7.5 minutes, which is fine. It's a little teeny bit late, but it's fine. And honestly, everything's looking okay. Oh, a Spire from ComeGetSome. Is that maybe in response to the one Void Ray that he's seen so far? Because MackWinston hasn't made any more. Mac seems to be committing to ground upgrades, including charge, including +2. Oh, he saves the Prismatic Align to try to snipe down this fourth base, which he can't do. But he's injured it a lot. And by that, I mean he's going to die to these queens if he stays in there. Okay. Good response from the queens here from ComeGetSome. He is spreading the creep down here too, which I really appreciate. There we go. Connecting all the bases with creep now as Zerg intends. He really wants that base. And there's a Spore inside the main. Get out of there. The queen's going to kill you. Just run. Oh, sneaking. Okay, sneaking out. Getting on some of that high ground and then heading down that right side. Ooh, little bonus. A little bonus. Finding an Overlord to kill in here. Really good stuff there as well. So here come roaches. Here come Hydras. Ah, he added Hydras to the mix. Guess what's pretty good against all of this is Charge Lot. Charge Lot's pretty good against Hydras because Hydras are squishy. And if something can close on them really quickly, they don't... No, pull back. Pull back to the... There you go. Pull back to the cannons and the shield batteries. There we go. Warping them some Stalkers to deal with this. And yeah, ComeGetSome. Is he too smart? I mean, he's going to massacre one of these cannons pretty darn easily. Shield battery overcharges up. And he's doing a pretty good job kiting. This is great. Like a lower level Zerg player will just kind of stand there and let the charge lots hack away at them. But this guy's much better than that. Absolutely much better than that. He's kiting against those zealots. So they have to chase attack, instead of just sit there and attack, which is great. The roaches and hydras have cooldown on their attack anyway. So, I mean, they'll move, attack, and they're good with it. ComeGetSome's fourth base has not been saturated. He tried going for a roach hydra counterattack and get some damage done here, and he did a tiny bit, but not really. It's 68 to 57 workers here, too. MackWinston's third base is, whew, It is oversaturated right now. Oh, going for some Colossus against this Roach Hydra stuff. That ComeGetSome seems to be very interested in rolling with right now. And I don't know. The Colossus presence alone should be kind of scary. I mean, yeah, and then you kite back, and there's shield batteries, and there's a Void Ray, and it's like you can't really focus down the Colossus there when that's happening. I think there's a bit of a window here where there's only one Colossus and there's no extended thermal lance, where maybe ComeGetSome could take this down, but I'm with him. Stay back, hold back. Don't attack into that entrenched position with our shield batteries and cannons supporting. It's not what you want to see. Extended thermal lance is finishing up right now, and another Colossus is going to pop, gosh dang, right now, in fact. And there he is. Boop, 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 boop. So put it with the army, though. Yeah, 2 Colossus, twice as good as 1. It's basic math. You know how this works. Oh, maybe don't try to kill these rocks while there's Colossus zapping you. ComeGetSome's got a 5th base coming up right side. I like it. He's only got 56 workers, though, and he's floating about 1,000 minerals. I'd make a round of drones right now if I was him. You've got the Protoss on the back foot, right? He doesn't really feel like expanding. I don't know about trying to do this. I would maybe just make a huge bunch of... Oh, okay, this is good, actually. Well, at least the Ling's getting in. All these units are dead, so they decide to pull out. And then, yeah, just warp in some charge lots. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Shield battery overcharged. No! Shield battery overcharged. Good snipe on that Colossus, though. That was great. Is that on cooldown? No, it wasn't on cooldown. You have to remember to do that. But anyway, blah. Okay. So, yeah, the charge lots made a big difference there. That Colossus is 9 kills. It's 74 to 47 army supply, though. ComeGetSome has a lot of stuff, but a lot of that, well, was Zerglings. Army value is now even. MackWinston lost a Colossus. Not good. But look who's droning up. ComeGetSome is now, so that's nice. Love to see that from him. He's going to saturate, maybe saturate up his 4th base for the first time. What's he rallying these drones towards? Okay, his 3rd base. Fine, but now the 4th base gets the rally, son. No, it doesn't really seem to. All right, fine. MackWinston, not a ginormous army down here by any stretch. All of them pretty battle-tested. But I love the 2 Void Rays in the mix. Just enough to be like, hey, Roach Count, watch out for this. All right, going for it, man. 1 Colossus. Void Ray. Prismatic Align would be pretty hot right now. Focusing down. There's the prismatic alignment. But the Void Ray dies. Nevertheless, still holding strong here. This Colossus with 27 kills. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, Colossus, stop attacking this hatchery. The Stalkers are for that. Yeah, drones going down all over the place here. The focus on the Colossus is good, but then the Stalkers are getting 3 hits off too. 2nd Colossus goes down, and the rest of the army focuses down the hatchery and recognizes they're surrounded by broodlings and roaches, and they're all going to die. So it's time to get out of there. Probably a recall scenario there, if we're honest. Ooh, ComeGetSome. He's even pooping creep on MackWinston's most logical 4th base location. Love that play from him, too. ComeGetSome. If I was him, I'd probably swap out of Roach Hydra. I know he's had some success with it, but the Colossus are just getting some amazing value. And by that, I mean there's no Colossus left. And MackWinston, I think, is going to go down here. I think this might just be one of those games where the opponent is just better than you. I'm trying not to call this early. I've done that. I've done that recently on the channel. I don't want to do it, but it feels like ComeGetSome's ahead pretty substantially in most ways. On base count, on army value, on worker count. Upgrades are looking pretty good for him, too. Yeah, all right. So now some charge lots and some stalkers are out. That's pretty good. It's not a bad scenario there, and he does have to back out. But, again, he's making 10 more hydras. He's like, hey, you're not making any more Colossus. Actually, I lied. A Colossus has arrived. MackWinston's 3rd base is horribly oversaturated. He really needs, there you go. Really needs to kill this Overlord about 4 minutes ago and take this 4th base. Yep, Stalker, Zealot, Colossus. Not a bad answer to just roaches, effectively. As long as it's not like maxed out roaches, which it is not. Not even close. So this is good. This is a good back and forth. MackWinston holding on just by a thread there. There was a minute where it looked like ComeGetSome was going to wander in and just kind of end it. But no. More Zealots warped in. More Stalkers warped in. ComeGetSome can't warp in instantaneous units like that. You make them pretty quick, though. Zerg units build fairly quickly, unless they're, Ultras or like Broodlords or something. Oh, that base, though. Dude, nice cancel. Hot cancel for MackWinston. I guess he had just started it, so he was looking at this place and he knew he just wasn't going to save it. Ooh, speaking of Ultralisks, Ultra's on the way from ComeGetSome. Not bad. Not a bad idea. He's got 74 workers. He's got 5 bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. A 6th base up here probably wouldn't hurt him either, because MackWinston is not moving out. Oh, look at this. Sneaky 4th base left side, though. This is something you want to keep an eye on. If you've got somebody pinned in, you always want to check and make sure, is this base over here been taken? Did they take this one by sneakiness? Did they go for the ones at the far corners that no one ever scouts? Maybe. Maybe, yeah. Oh, look who's got High Templar now, though. Oh, the great equalizer against Zerg is Storm. It's not as good as it is in Brood War. In Brood War, Storm is the answer to everything Zerg can do. It's pretty much the same thing here in StarCraft 2, just not quite as overwhelmingly powerful. Like, one Storm will wipe out every Hydra in this group, you know? That's how good it is in Brood War. It's a pretty good micro on display from both players here. Did Corrosive Bile just kill a Void Ray? Is that what we saw there? It might have been. Something went down to Corrosive Bile, which is hilarious. Oh, he's going into Mutalisks. So he's got the Ultralisk Cavern, but what he was really just doing is leaving himself open to that possibility. And instead, he's going to go into Mutas. Oh, Lings did check this base! But then MackWinston was like, I should probably cover this until I can get cannons and shield batteries up there, right? Oh, ComeGetSome's like, yo, if he's attacking up that way, then I can attack down this way. Ooh, we might see some base trading happening here. What was that, an Overlord maybe? Maybe. Okay. Oh, it was Mutalisks with a bad rally. Oh, bad. Bad rally. But what's good here is ComeGetSome marching right into the natural base, going after pylons for the most part to depower everything in the front door here, which is okay. Shield battery down. No further upgrades can really be made. And that forces MackWinston to come all the way home to deal with this. The Zealots get there first because they're fast. And now ComeGetSome wishes he had a recall, because he's got 3 Colossus lasering him to death. They've got +3 attack. They are just not going to really stand with any, or for any of your shenanigans here. So ComeGetSome just lost a ton of army value. He has lost 21,000 resources to 13,000 of MackWinston. Hey, look, the Muta group, that's not as big as it wanted to be, but sure, there's nothing to deal with them. But a couple Void Rays who aren't very good at that anyway. Oh, a cannon comes up just in the nick of time in the main. Like, just in the nick of time here. Stalkers 2. Natural base doesn't have any cannons, and the Mutas know that. The army was just here. So yeah, Mutas keeping MackWinston at home. That's what he's here for. And he's fighting Stalkers, which he probably shouldn't do because they have +3 attack. And no, they don't do bonus damage versus Mutas because Mutas are light instead of armored, but like, still going to make some decent trades there. And Mack's like, well, shoot. The Mutas are killing all my stuff with the natural. I'm just going to go. I was going to do this the first time, but got brought back home to an emergency. I don't think it's an emergency that there's like 5 Mutas attacking here. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. We'll take down the 3rd base of my Zerg opponent here. Shield battery overcharge, keeping that cannon alive. Oh, do not. Do not. Oh, you know what? Dude, shield battery overcharge can't handle that many Mutas. Okay. Learned something here today. 6th base for ComeGetSome dead. 3rd base for ComeGetSome dead. And then he decides to go home. You can recall, you know. You got the recall ability. I'm not sure that Mack remembered that exists. It's going to be pretty good here, too, as carriers against these Mutas. Oh, look at him just fly in. 4th base. Not a care in the world. Blah, blah. They've killed a lot of probes, too. That is 28 probes would have died so far. Some of them have died from other attacks. The Mutas have their fair share of probe deaths and cannon deaths as well. And once again, Mack's like, well, if the Mutas are gone, let's push back across the map. Look who's making 4 Ultralisks right now. ComeGetSome is. His worker count's only at 48. Oh, he's really oversaturated down here at the 5th base as well. Making 12 more drones in the mix. No, why? Why are you going back home? No, there's nothing to stop you from killing this. The Mutas. The Mutas are such a huge problem. Okay, so pro tip from Falcon. If there's Mutas messing with your stuff back home, leave the Void Rays and the Zealots and the Colossus and the Immortals to kill all this stuff. And just send the Stalkers home. Oh, we know how to recall. There we go. Recalls into the main. The mutos are like, oh, we can handle this. No, you can't. God, the mutos are doing a great, like an absolutely sick, fantastic job for this level of StarCraft. I mean, his APM is about 200. So, I mean, he's probably diamond level, if I had to guess what he is. And he's doing fine. He transitioned from the 12 pool into the macro style really well. I mean, he's really oversaturating this right side 5th base immensely, though. Retaking the 3rd and retaking the 6th would be a good move here, too. Maybe expanding here. I don't know that MackWinston has ever actually scouted this portion of the map yet. But Ultras, in general, pretty good units, but not when your enemy has a death ball like this. Ultras are much better in dealing with smaller groups of things where they can get their splash damage off in big ways and not have things hitting them from distance that they can't attack. Like Colossus, like Immortals especially. There's only one Immortal here, though. So the Ultras might do fairly well. Storm is pretty good against Ultras because the Storm does ignore armor. It's not a terrible idea if you're trying to deal with a largely Ultralisk army at 6 Ultras and 28 Roaches. Thought I did a follow command. There it is. All right, cool. So now he just goes right for the 5th base, goes for that jugular, whereas ComeGetSome's army is down the other side of the map. So here we go. This base, there were so many drones here. Do you remember how many drones there were here? 40. Ugh. Down to 33 workers. But okay, both players' newest sources of income have just gotten obliterated. Neither of them have 1,000 minerals in the bank right now. So this is not going to come down to who has the biggest bank, because nobody has a biggest bank. Are we going to turn into a base race? Is it a base race scenario? Oh, Mac has a lot of probes. Or he had a lot of probes here. He's trying to expand down to the 6 o'clock, which he's tried a couple times. Maybe just the once, to no avail. Mass Spine is up? It's just like, okay. Worker count's down to 12 apiece here, and there are mutas. Dude, I haven't seen a base race between a Protoss and a Zerg in some time. I like it. I like it a lot. Army value is 162 to 118 in favor of ComeGetSome, but a lot of those are Lings. And those Lings are not going to do very well against a 3 Colossus million charge lot army with +3 attack. Yeah, trying to supply block ComeGetSome a little bit here too. Nah, just letting those overlords go. They're slow. The slow space cows. Dude, go up the ramp. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? There we go. That's what we're on about. The mutas are here to kill stuff too. They're pretty good at killing buildings, even if they don't have any upgrades, which they've got +2 attack. So +2 flyer attack is not bad. Getting right into the main. Oh, look who. Oh, Nexus. MackWinston building a Nexus right side. ComeGetSome building a hatchery top left side. Okay. This is getting exciting now. Both players understanding the importance of building buildings in other places where your opponent doesn't expect them to be. Is target firing? Okay, fine. So everyone's tech is just set back to ground 0. Although technically, MackWinston has a warp gate. And he does not have a warp gate anymore. Hydralisk Den done. MackWinston, GG's out. Oh, Lings found it. Lings were looking and they found the Nexus. Bam! ComeGetSome wins the base race. And again, all props to MackWinston for sending in a loss. He knew it was a good game. He knew it was an exciting base race to finish. It opened with a 12 pool that he held very well. He played very well in this game. Just came down to, you know, a base race I don't think he was planning on. And yeah, he did his best. He tried to throw up the Nexus in the position where it wouldn't get scouted, but ComeGetSome was too smart. And he sent some Lings over there to check that, and he got it. And so he deserved to win. Amazing. And ComeGetSome still had a couple hatcheries remaining and an extractor. He didn't have a lot of buildings, but he definitely had some. And armor value was bigger. I don't know that those mutas wanted to engage with this many +3 stalkers. And I don't know how the Immortals... I really wish I could have seen this army clash, because I do feel like the Ultras would have gotten kind of smashed, depending on the engagement, right? If they can get a big flank and come in and cover a lot of surface area here, it's good. But if they're really only attacking, like, here, or especially bad, like, if they're atop of the ramp and the army's down here, or vice versa, that's not good either. Not really good. Trying to come up this ramp against a Protoss army, Ultras are not really designed for that. So, GG. Well done. Well done. Honestly, well done to MackWinston. And again, appreciate you sending in a loss. Next time somebody sees a MackWinston replay, they will know that you don't win. Well, don't automatically win, right? Right. Okay, so 38,000 resources lost for ComeGetSome, 30,000 for MackWinston. 88 drones went down, 74 probes went down, 5 nexuses, 8 hatcheries, a lair, and a hive got killed today for ComeGetSome. And yeah, sometimes the other player is, just that much better than you. No shame in that. Losing doesn't have to hurt. And I hope we learn a few lessons here today from this game. And that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.